obviously on a girl named Joe.
Listen, next week's my family's annual garden party. Come. We'll sneak into my dad's office and see what turns up.
He keeps everything in here. What's that?
The letter we found in my dad's office. We both know our love is wrong, but understand this love is the only right I've ever felt. Love, F.H. This sure isn't my father's handwriting. Just one day of investigating my mother, then I promise we'll go back to finding yours.
Fred Holstein.
Hey.
Joe, I forgot to tell you. Please don't kill me.
What is he doing here?
Thank you again for inviting me.
Brave of you to come here.
There's actually something I wanted to talk to you about.
You should know, I don't go on dates with boys.
Ginny!
Oh, Franklin Hoover.
How many FHs could there possibly be in one town?
It's that Chambers girl. She's a bad influence.
It's not her. It's me.
Everyone give a round of applause for the biggest phony in Attaway, Virginia Fitzroy.
There's probably a perfectly logical explanation for this. Look, maybe it's not even your mom. I mean, the picture's really blurry.
It's my mom, Cathy.
Joe and I should have known that when you bring back ghosts, somebody's bound to get spooked.
Alan.
Thanks for the coffee.
I must have fallen asleep watching Johnny Carson, huh?
Yeah, well, there you go.
I know her name is Jo. Her last name I don't know. When I close my eyes, I'll visualize a little girl named Jo.
I'm coming, Junior. I forgot my lunch.
What is this?
Why were you going through my stuff?
I thought it was a school project. Hey, but this... It looks
like Mom. Because it is Mom. From after the fire.
What are you trying to say? Joe, your mother is not alive.
How would you know? You thought she died in the fire.
And what, after all these years, she never wanted to reach out?
Maybe she was in trouble. Maybe she got injured and couldn't find us. Like the dad from A Little Princess.
That was the Shirley Temple movie. In the book, the dad really is dead.
Joe, come on, we're gonna be late for school.
Joe, there's an explanation for this. I promise. And please, don't go digging in the past.
I thought you'd be different from everybody else. But no one's on our side.
Our side?
Gotta go.
still 102. I knew you shouldn't be playing around in the park at night with your feeble constitution.
Can I watch TV?
It's bad for your eyes. I'm going to lunch in Crown Lake. Try to sleep.
I'm not tired.
Then read a book.
6 students from the student body will be elected to the Phoenix Court, the princes and princesses of Attaway. Then at the dance, we'll announce the king and queen.
Late again, Miss Chambers. That's another demerit. Any questions, class?
How do we know you're not stuffing the ballot box to get yourself elected?
Mrs. Jenkins is tallying the ballots herself. You'll have to fill them out by noon at her office by the library. You know where that is, right, Alice?
Bobby, you gave seat 4's tuna milk to seat 2.
Oh, sorry. I'll go.
No. I fixed it. Oh. It seems like you just do the exact opposite of anything I ask.
I get the feeling we're not talking about tuna melts here.
They're my kids. They're all I have in the world. You come waltzing in from out of town after how many years?
Wait, is this about tryouts? I was just trying to be helpful. Junior should be out in the world making friends, not cooped up back here all day working.
I'm trying to teach him to make responsible choices.
Are you ever going to forgive me?
Seat 3 needs ketchup.
Have you spoken to your mom? I'm not speaking to her, and she's not even acknowledging me.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Well, Uncle Bobby saw the photo.
How?
I had a Xerox in my bag.
Hey. What?
Nothing.
Okay. Then what were you two just talking about?
Math
Phoenix
homework.
Fest.
Okay. Do you think I'm stupid? FH, the secret rendezvous is in Miss Jenkins' office. Just tell me. I have something I need to tell you, too.
Fine. But you can't tell anyone.
So here's the story. Mrs. Joe Fitzroy, Mr. Ray Chambers. Ooh, juicy.
And then she attacked her mom. Claws out, red face, spit flying.
Oh my goodness, how unattractive.
If you ask me, she's too unstable to be planning Phoenix Fest.
She won't get my vote.
She better not. I mean, even Betty would be more fit for queen than Cathy.
So what do we do?
Well, I've been thinking.
Joe's uncle found the photocopy this morning, and that's that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Joe, at the party, you said there was something I needed to tell you. It's this.
I don't understand. Does Lenny Alvarez work for your parents?
This is a personal check. How'd you get this?
Came in the mail this morning.
So you went digging in Lenny's trash without us?
Can't be.
What? What? What can't be?
I wasn't always Ellen Powell. That's my mom's name. I was born Alan Alvarez. Lenny is my father.
I could have sworn that your dad killed my mom.
Joe, he's innocent. That's why I came back here to prove it. And this photo could be the key.
This whole time, you following me, it's because you're Lenny's son.
It was like that, and then I got to know you.
How can I be so stupid?
At least hear him out, Joe.
You said it yourself. Nothing that happened that day could be taken at face value. Can't that be applied to my family, too?
We can't blame him for his father's mistakes. If anyone should understand that, it's us.
So you're on his side?
I'm not on anyone's side.
You don't get it. You've never had to deal with anything in your entire life.
That's not fair.
Maybe people like you can pay their way out of their problems.
It's not my fault your dad works a blue-collar job.
Yeah, poor, penniless Joe Chambers.
It's not what I said.
Same old Cathy Fitzroy. Spoiled, spineless, and meek. Cathy needs a boy, or her mommy, or me to tell her what to do. Well, here's my last order. Leave me alone.
It would be so swell to be on the court.
Forget about that. We got the big Millwood game to worry about.
You boys only care about sports.
Children, this is Miss Jenkins. We've tallied the votes. This year's Phoenix Fest court is as follows. Baird Snyder, Melanie McLaughlin, Alice Hargrove, Lawrence DuPont III,
What?
Thomas Jr. Chambers, and Cathy Fitzroy. Your king and queen will be announced at Phoenix Fest. Thank you.
Nice job, Junior. You're gonna be our secret weapon in the game.
Screw these Chambers kids. No other place in this town.
They've positively infected poor Cathy. She made a big deal about running Phoenix Fest. Now she and that Raggedy Ann Joe have totally ditched the last few meetings.
What are you trying to say?
That maybe your moves are best served at the diner.
I don't think you want to do this right now.
Try me.
Gentlemen.
Forget this.
I feel like we're betraying Joe.
We're helping Joe. My dad's innocent, and the truth will set him free. Let's go to my room.
Whoa. I thought this was our investigation.
If I'd known you were working the same case, we could have combined forces.
Bobby, so glad you're back. Okay, so Alan is Lenny's son, and I showed her the picture of Mom, and that's when Cathy and him... Dad, I'm sorry, I can explain.
No. I think it's time for me to. Your Uncle Bobby, he told me what you've been up to.
Thanks a lot, Uncle Bobby.
It's not your Uncle Bobby's fault. It's mine. Look, there are things that I need to explain to you.
Like what Mom was doing outside the factory after the fire?
Your mom died in the fire, Joe.
She was outside.
She made it outside alive. But then she went back in. Joe, she went back inside to save another woman who was trapped. It's hard for me to talk about your mom, Joe. That's why I don't do it much. And I see now that that was my mistake. I'm sorry. It's just me most of the time. I'm not your Uncle Bobby. There are things that I don't know how to do.
Dad, you really don't have to apologize.
Look, all the same, I'm sorry for everything.
These are all I could recover from the Attaway times. If you look at this picture, you can see Joe's mother.
It looks exactly like the picture Mrs. Jenkins gave me.
Now look closer. That's the last person to ever talk to her. Look at her hand.
She's wearing a ring.
Which looks exactly like
That woman's ring. Fiona Hovack? I thought her name was Jane Hovack.
Jane was the other woman who died in the fire, but the lady standing next to Frances isn't Jane. That's Jane's mother, Fiona Hovack.
Do you think there's a chance she could still be alive?
Only one way to find out.